Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aida Rafat. I'm the CEO and co-founder of DyeRecycle, and our mission is to recycle the unrecyclable. With more than 120 million tons of textile waste generated globally, and this will go up even to 150 million tons by 2030, there is a massive challenge that is facing us. And unfortunately, we're still stuck at less than 1% of this textile being recycled to new textiles. So there is a lot of challenges in the textile-to-textile recycling infrastructure. And one of these challenges is actually often less spoken about, which is the complexity of the textile waste itself as a feedstock. Unlike PET bottles, which are clean and clear and consistent, which are basically a homogeneous feedstock for recycling, PET-based textile waste is the complete opposite. They're dyed, they're finished, they're coated and blended with other fibers. And that essentially makes it very complicated feedstock to recycle, even though the core technologies for PET recycling, whether it's thermomechanical or chemical, it stays exactly the same. But the feedstock is a lot more complicated. And the way that the recyclers currently kind of like overcome this challenge in the short term is by sorting very expensive and clean and almost like clear pre-consumer textile waste, which is fine in the short term, but that definitely does not solve the long-term issue. So this industry needs a pre-processing step or a feedstock cleanup step, and this is where DyeRecycle comes in. We have developed a technology that is a chemical base. It is a non-destructive separation process where we strip out the dyes selectively from the PET fibers. So that basically creates this white PET fiber that is now ready to be plugged in directly into thermomechanical or chemical recycling as a homogeneous and clean and consistent feedstock that will improve their recycling efficiency and the textile-to-textile recycling content. At the same time, all those dyes that we're extracting, we have the ability to recover them and reuse them and sell them back to textile mills as a one-to-one replacement of synthetic dyes as recycled synthetic dyes. And recently, we've actually expanded our USP not to only focus on PET fibers, but actually on polycotton blends, because polycotton is a lot more common in the textile waste, and it is also much cheaper. So in order to improve the techno-economic for the recyclers, to give them better accessibility for cheaper feedstock. So now our products expanded to recycled dyes, white fibers, as well as cotton. So for the past year, we've been working together with a lot of fiber recyclers and textile mills all around the world to test the different fibers that we can deal with and the tolerance and the specs of the process. And we have proven that our process can work with a lot of different variation of the textile waste input. And this case study is particularly super exciting for us because essentially it shows that this comes from real mixed post-consumer waste from a global retailer that has been struggling to actually recycle this textile waste. If anybody works in the textile recycling, they would know that post-consumer textile waste, nobody wants to touch that currently. So what we did is that we actually mixed all this mixed post-consumer waste and we removed all the colors and the contamination and we produced all this white fiber at a kg scale, and now we are sending it to chemical and thermomechanical recycling. So all those dyes that we have extracted now from this textile waste, we have developed the technology to recover it and separate it and recycle it. So everything that you see here is 100% recycled color that have been extracted. And because we are extracting the existing synthetic dyes, we have the ability to mix and match them into so many different ratios, so there is no limitations on the color palette that we can achieve. And last week has been particularly a super exciting week for us at DyeRecycle because actually we have launched our first capsule collection at a production scale with positive material. And we have produced 12 pieces of garment with this beautiful pink color that was actually extracted and reclaimed from old pre-consumer dead stock fabric. We were super proud about this partnership with Positive Materials. And also, it was, again, a very big week for us. So we had launched our release with Patrick McDowell with this stunning red dress. And that was through our recycled dye technology. And we have showcased for the first time, we're actually able to match the exact Pantone color that designers want, which is something currently is very limited in the color and dye innovation to actually be able to match the Pantone color exactly. So this is DyeRecycle. We're basically pushing the boundaries both for fiber recycling and chemical recycling. Thank you very much, and happy to talk after.